Welcome to PWine, Ep04.
Welcome.
Post China.
Yeah. Thought it was going to be. I can't decide if I thought it was going to be less eventful than it was, or it was going to be more eventful.
I think we got a nice mix over the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel there was some shocks.
Yeah.
Like, I was stood there watching sprint qualifying on Friday, like, that was literally my face. And Jason came up saying, "You're very quiet." I can't believe what just happened. Lando Norris had it, then he wasn't. Then Lewis Hamilton had it, then he wasn't. And then Lando had it, then he didn't. And I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it was. The qualifying for sprint was a lot more eventful than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Especially when it was Lando's fastest lap, then it's been taken off him.
Yeah.
And then it was fastest lap again for a different lap. And then that was taken off him.
Yeah. And can we just appreciate the fact that the Inters had to come out this race?
Boop, 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 boop.
We just need the wets now and Emily will be happy.
Yeah.
Got a full run.
It's just something about seeing those kind of tyres on a Formula One car.
I'm calling Monaco.
I was about to say, if we get a wet tyre anywhere, where are we betting it would be?
Monaco, because it's been snowing this week.
I say Spa.
Oh, yeah.
Always rainy there.
Always rains in Spa.
Yeah.
Monaco,
Shall we get the elephant out of the room talking about China this weekend? We've had that lovely crash on the restart after the safety car.
No, I don't get what he was doing.
I'm just in so much shock that she's got nothing to say.
Fathomless.
Yeah, it's not usually that I'm speechless, as you know.
But
to go on and blame him.
Yeah, it's his fault. For doing what?
Took out half of Piastri's diffuser as well.
Yeah.
It was quite a shock for me watching the post-race interviews where someone had said to Danny, like basically Lance was blaming him and he was like, that's pissed me off now. Like, I watched his onboard, he's not even looking. I think it wasn't very sportsmanlike to say things like that. I don't know. Hopefully they've spoken and patched things up afterwards. But
I wouldn't have been. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if one good thing kind of came out of it, I'd have to say Oscar kind of coming to Danny's defense on that in response to it, saying, we all broke and nobody else crashed into anybody else but you. So hold your hands up, take responsibility and own it. It happened. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have been in that Stroll James household on Sunday. Because, where would you stand? Your best mate's Danny Rick, your brother-in-law's Lance Stroll.
Best to just stay out of it.
Where would you have sat on? How much would your arse would have hurt sitting on that fence?
I mean, do you know what though? If it was me personally and I was in that position where I was like, brother-in-law is Lance, my best friend is Danny Rick, from watching it, Lance is in the wrong. If it was roles reversed, I would say the exact same thing. Whoever was in the wrong, I'd be like, you're in the wrong. Doesn't matter what you are to me, you're in the wrong. Just take accountability.
Yeah, there's no prejudgmental dislike for a driver here. It's got nothing to do whether you like Lance or not, or whether you like Danny or not. It's a case of seeing the replays and going, mate, you were in the wrong.
Yeah, everyone's looking straight ahead and they're all turning the corner with the car, and Lance is like that. like it's a definite head turn to like not look at Danny.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of friends that are Lance Stroll supporters, so we're not on like a hate bandwagon or anything. No. We're all very respectful of every single driver on the grid, no matter who we support. But if someone's in the wrong, looking at the facts, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah. It's the way the cookie crumbles.
It is.
Well, we'll move on from that one. The podium.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't watch the podium. I had a balloon arch to take down. I had a whole house to clean up.
Just because there is not a Ferrari driver on the podium.
No, none of us, to be fair, none of us at that weekend away watched the podium because we had to be out the house for 10 o'clock. And we had all the decorations to take down and all the kitchen to tidy up. So not one of us watched it. We all, as soon as the race had finished and Lando had pulled into Parc Fermé, not the grid, and after I cried watching Joe, we all literally legged it downstairs to tidy up because we had a full balloon arch to tidy, and I'll show you how much we had. We had every single one of them balloons to pop. There was balloons on the floor, balloons everywhere.
For those watching who don't follow Girls Across the Grid or don't follow Emily or any of us on any socials, the girls got together for a weekend away to do a little party, like a pre-race party. They did like car themed.
We did like bring you on board
food and
races.
Drinks,
yeah, we did bring you on board. We had like a weekend of laughs, I'm gonna say. It was great to like meet some of the new girls in the group. Because obviously the Northwest is a big chart, and there was just 9 of us away. So the tagline for the weekend was "Live, Laugh, Love, Morecambe."
I'm guessing Morecambe was where you were.
Yeah, we were in Morecambe, and here we all are on Morecambe Beach.
Lovely.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Live, Laugh, Love, Morecambe. That was the theme of the weekend.
The podium that you guys missed, they had the lovely trophies that we discussed on last week's episode.
Yeah.
It was very nice. We got a lovely view of Lando on the podium looking at the trophy, and the feedback from that on a lot of socials is something about Lando wondering how he's going to break that trophy.
Yeah, I did see that face. He was like,
yeah, the face. He was holding it like this, going,
How am I hitting this off something to break? Or how am I hitting Max's?
Yeah, I'm breaking.
How am I breaking Max's? Because Max's lights up when he puts it around his neck. Mine doesn't. Well,
yes. Was it just Max's that lit up?
I think so.
Did the constructors light up?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was pretty much like the Japan last year. The Kiss Me one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had the infamous champagne pop from Lando, as always, beautiful to see.
Yeah.
I missed
that. Like, you know when it's not.
That had us Googling the prices of them champagne, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Like, you gotta have one for the wedding. Have one for the wedding, Em. I was like, I don't want.
And then we were like, no, we don't have one for the wedding. I was like, I'll buy you one for the wedding. And then I looked at the price. I was like, yeah, no, I won't.
I mean, can we just get like cheaper versions? Would that?
It's not that expensive. A normal size bottle's not that expensive.
Well, that's fine then. We'll just get like smaller people.
The size that we were going to get, the same as the podium, was 400 M.
Yeah, 300-400
like, maybe not.
I mean, we'll just get cheaper ones, and then we can all do them at the wedding. I think that will be sufficient enough for us all.
But I feel like we should all do it in Monaco. Can we do it in Monaco? Are they not going to arrest us in Monaco?
We can do it in Monaco. I think our apartment's got a balcony.
Yeah, but that's not in Monaco, though, is it?
If anything,
it's up to France, the French Riviera.
We'll do it in Monza first.
Oh no, because Emily's not with us.
Oh no.
I have actually got a balcony in my hotel.
I love it. I love it.
But Emily's not with us,
So-
so we'll watch.
Speaking of other races, we have got Miami next on the boards. What are we thinking about Ferrari's new launch, the entire blue? It's giving Dynaco from Cars.
I don't like it.
Emily's
I
got
love
a
the
head in
race suits. I love the race suits. The shirts that have been brought out are giving Westlife Uptown Girl.
Yes, I wondered where that looks familiar.
They're giving Westlife Uptown Girl.
Couldn't put my finger on it. Thank you very
Put him
much.
in a boy band.
I'm
Thank
going to
you.
have to find this for the viewers. Westlife Uptown Girl. I'm hoping most people know what it is, but I'm not holding out any hopes.
As soon as I saw it, I was all like, oh my God, this is giving Dynaco. And it's just further cements the fact that Charles Leclerc is Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
But let's face it, we'll all be Ferrari fans.
In blue.
In blue.
I don't mind. I quite like a bit of a baby blue. Like, I think the shirt is fully giving Miami.
Yeah, but I'm
Like,
going to go back to the shirt. I'm going to come back to the shirt.
okay.
But I just feel like it's going against Enzo Ferrari saying, ask if you want to draw a car and they'll colour it red. By saying Ferrari's colour's blue.
Yeah,
what
but
other Ferrari's blue?
this is the same as like with the yellow. When they went yellow, nobody liked the yellow, and Ferraris went.
So the yellow, it made them look German. Because they still had the red, still had the black, and had the yellow. It made it look like it was a German flag. An Italian company.
They have had a blue livery years ago. I think it was sometime in the 1960s.
But it was like a dark blue though, wasn't it? It wasn't Dynaco blue.
No, it wasn't. So I do understand that, but it's still paying that little bit of homage. And like Emily said, it's further cementing that Charles Leclerc is Lightning McQueen. Give the people what they want, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the gift that nobody asked for. But mixed reviews. I mean, I love it to a degree. The jacket, not so
much. I feel like we've all said the same thing.
I've just had a brainwave. It's giving Renault pit stop crew vibes. You know when Renault used to be blue?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was saying it was
Especially
given
Carlos's because it's, yeah.
Given Guido.
It's definitely given that.
It's given Guido saying Luigi only follows the Ferraris.
Pit stop.
I'm
here. Stop being blue.
And I'm going to say we've not talked about the pit stop in China.
Yeah.
I feel like it was handled very well over the radio by Pierre. But I also think, how the fuck did that happen?
So they were saying like the light went green, didn't it? But then obviously the head engineer gives the go ahead for the light to go green, and it went green. And
but the light goes green on the nut.
I noticed that, yeah, because it's obviously like a pinky
it wouldn't
red.
have necessarily went green.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, and it was just things like that shouldn't be happening anymore.
No, and I think Pierre handled it really well. Like Pierre didn't complain of the slow start. The first thing he said was, "Is he all right?" Because let's face it, he took off at some speed.
Yeah. Was he all right?
Wouldn't you like us taking off from the traffic light, would it?
No. Was he all right? Do we know?
Yeah, no, he was fine. They were fined 10 grand, 100 grand. One of them. I think it was 10.
Further cementing Alpine at the moment.
Pain.
Sorry to any Alpine fans out there.
We're talking about Alpine. Our friend Charlotte did an amazing French board on Saturday night. We had Camembert, we had meat in like little roses. But in their meats, you also got blue millions because the millions went everywhere when she poured them on the board. I'm going to come back to the boards and show everybody the boards.
Okay.
We will see the boards later on.
Yeah. To be
But yeah, it is given Dinoco Renault pit stops.
Especially with Charles,
Wow.
especially with Carlos's, because he's got the yellow, more yellow than Charles, because obviously
Yeah,
Spanish flag.
so he's obviously got the yellow across his hat with the French flag, Spanish flag.
She's already making slip ups. I mean, last night I got a lovely video of her. She comes strolling down the street, getting in the queue for our concert. We went to Take McRae with a couple of the other F1 girls, and she's been to the shop, got some drinks, and there she is with a Red Bull. Gearing up.
The only thing that happened, I really needed some energy.
You're trying to manifest Carlos moving to Red Bull next year.
I do say in the video, I'm getting prepared for next year.
She was full on drinking a Red Bull.
I did also then have a gin and tonic.
Yeah, she did. And then a Mega Pint 2.0. The Mega Pint thing comes from when we did Girls Across the Grid Goes to Bongo's Bingo. And they were
Shannon's there with her normal pint of wine.
Yeah. It was a beer. It wasn't a wine. It was a beer.
The wine was like a pint of wine.
Yeah, the wine was at Bongo's, and they basically just served you a whole bottle of wine in this massive cup. So I just started shouting mega pint at everyone. So now every time we have a big cup of anything, it's a mega pint.
It was Emily's one drink.
Yeah. One drink. I said I'd only have one drink, and I only had one drink.
Other Miami things that have came out this week. Haas have released a new range of hats.
Oh, and I must run to the store and buy one.
They just look like rejects of Red Bulls from last year.
Okay. It's giving like zebra vibes. Is that supposed to be like palm leaves? Because that looks like
palm leaves. Very similar to what Red Bull did last year.
Yeah.
I think they've just stuck a Haas logo on it and just called it theirs.
And stitched the Red Bull and put a Haas on it.
And just chucked a Haas logo on.
Speaking of Miami and Haas, guess who will be there at Miami? I mean, he's no longer a part of the team anymore.
Gunther!
Yes, a Miami ambassador, Gunther Steiner. There he is on the book. He is an official ambassador for the Miami Grand Prix. So if you don't follow him on any socials already, make sure that you do, because I have a feeling he will be providing a lot of content over that weekend.
Fingers crossed, Haas content of this is what it could have been if I was still here. I feel like Haas have lost that personality now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I used to be able to tolerate them because of Gunther. Now I just forget they're there.
Yeah.
Unless
Hulk is doing really good though at the moment, so give him his dues.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are. I just think the personality's just gone.
There's no sass.
No.
I don't ever sit there on a race weekend going, let me check the socials of Haas because there's going to be some good content there. It's just one of those.
Yeah.
Really. It's sad because I wish they kind of did a bit more social wise. And, there's some teams where even if they don't match up social wise, there's other things that they do. So, I have to say, I nearly called them Alpine again then, but Alpine and Mercedes, they're social admins for TikTok and even Instagram. I gotta hand it to them because they run with the trends. They use old content, new content, run with the trends, the comments that they put back. They are just so funny. And I'm like, whoever the admin is, they need a raise.
Yeah. They do. some of the things that come back, I can't remember what race it was, but Mercedes had posted something. I don't want to say Alpine replied back, or Alpine had posted something, Mercedes had replied back. I've got it on my phone, but it was comedy gold.
Hmm.
And the new Lego shorts for McLaren have
The M's a favourite. Every time I see them, I just think these are brilliant.
They are. They're
fantastic.
fantastic.
Seen the new one, Em?
I've not seen the one after the wind tunnel.
Even Lando has said it's comedy gold. He went, "This is genius. Like, it couldn't have worked out better." I've not watched it. I've just seen his story.
I watched it, and it's really funny. They I don't really want to spoil it, but there is mention of fish in there. So as you can imagine what Lando's reaction is going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is funny. But I think I was talking to you about it, wasn't I, that it just reminds me of when they did them with Lewis and was it Jensen?
Yeah.
And they did the animated shorts as well, and they were brilliant. Like, I still rewatch some of them, like with my niece, and she finds them hilarious.
Yeah. Speaking of McLaren, you mentioned about Haas's cap. McLaren's Miami cap.
Love it.
Ooh.
Not as much as I love the new McLaren two-piece from Reese.
That's all she talked about all of last night.
I figured it out. I can get it on Klarna.
I don't think I've seen that one.
There we go.
I won't be getting it on Klarna though, because it's still £85 a month for 3 months.
What is it?
It's pure genius. Purely for the back.
They're also doing a
bucket hat. It. Oh yeah. Now that's a vibe.
Of course, they're doing a bucket hat.
If Emily gets the two-piece,
I'll never have it off.
Yeah, we will post it to the PWine Instagram account.
I will never have it off. So can we appreciate the shorts that have got a little papaya McLaren on?
Oh, I have seen this. I thought it was adorable. Show me anyway.
Miami Beach Raceway Reese by McLaren, and it's got a little helmet on.
Yeah, I have seen that. So how much is it? Like full price?
It's £250 for the set.
As if merch wasn't expensive enough anyway, then you go and like do collabs with other
£246 and then £5 postage.
Oh, it's just, I'm not being funny.
£5 postage on something that expensive.
Yeah.
Sorry, free shipping.
We're in a cost of living crisis, for goodness sake. Some people can't even afford heating in their homes, let alone 200 and odd quid for a two-piece of clothing.
Wow.
It's pure silk. I want to say that. I may be making this up.
I don't know, it could be made of wood.
100% polyester.
100% polyester.
100% polyester, satin.
Well,
but
in
breaking news.
Yeah, in other news, right on Sky Sports.
Breaking news. And Sky Sports 10 minutes ago posted on their Instagram. Adrian Newey is set. Decided to leave Red Bull. So
what are we thinking?
We'll start a bet now, girls. Where's he going?
Mercedes. Nowhere for a few years.
Oh.
Mercedes? Shan? Nowhere?
Nowhere for a few years. I read up on it, and I think his contract doesn't finish till what, 25, and then he's got to have
everyone's.
Oh, I thought he had to have a gap year before he could go and join another team.
Not necessarily. Depends on the reasons why he's cited, why he's leaving. So if he's leaving because he doesn't like it, he has to have the gap year. But if he's citing it for reasons because of the team, he doesn't have to.
And with all the Honda allegations, I think he could be in with a bit of a win-win situation.
So I think he'll either go Ferrari next year, or he'll wait the year and he'll go to Audi.
Possibly. I think if Mercedes can bag him, that would be such a win for Mercedes. However, I think it'd be a bit of an
Max with him.
I think it'd be a bit of an up yours to Lewis for leaving Mercedes though at the same time. But
Lewis has been in a newie winning car before, and he has won more than once.
I really hope he goes to Ferrari though. Could you imagine Verstappen? I can't. Don't.
Going back to Ferrari, Nico Rosberg's comment on Hamilton and Leclerc are on the same level. Is that a big FU to Leclerc, or is that Hamilton's doing really well this year?
It could be both.
When he says same level, like, does he mean like the same like hunger to win? Does he mean, or does he mean like, you know, the same level of like, you know, Hamilton's crap and Leclerc's not won a race this year? So he's said, Rosberg, Hamilton level pretty similar to Leclerc. Nico Rosberg says Lewis Hamilton is driving a pretty similar level to Charles Leclerc and faces a tough battle when the pair become Ferrari teammates next season.
Yeah, so I basically think he's saying at the moment they're both not performing to the best of their abilities. But we can judge this after Miami next week. Yeah, I agree.
Final point from me. We started running Driver of the Week on our socials, and we have had a complete split down the middle this week.
Well deserved from both.
So from anyone that's watching, it's for the driving, interviews, social media content, and it has been an even bag for Lando and for Danny. Lando, I think, because he was brilliant. He got off to a shitty start in the sprint, but he pulled it back the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
After them first couple of laps in the sprint, I feel like he did really like get his head down, pulled it out the bag. And him wishing his mum happy birthday on the radio, which got him distracted to pull into the wrong place.
Yeah, that would dead kill.
And Danny purely for not losing his shit.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
I think.
Thank you for everyone who took the time out to vote for that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
And also a big shout out to Emma Strawbridge. The same we can call it, Emma Strawberry.
Thanks, Emma Strawberry.
Thanks, Emma Strawberry. We'll be doing the Driver of the Week after every race week. That will be on the PWine Instagram. So make sure you follow us on there so that you can get involved in the voting for that one.
Yep. So
PWine_F1.
F1.
Like telepathic today.
A little bit like on the bottom of the video, like a thumbnail. That's Jason's job to.
Now I said it's the producer's job to do that bit because we cannot.
I don't know how to do that either. So yeah.
Shout out to our executive producer, Emily's fiance, Jason.
Ah, bless him.
We love you, Jason. Woo!
Woo! We do love Jason. Final note for me is something interesting, right? So I'm going to make this quick. I'm not going to draw on about it. So for weeks, people have been saying Carlos Sainz is the better Ferrari driver. Totally get it, right? 100%. Yep. Up until last week, he had 100% podium finisher rate. Right? But I can't help but feel that Charles just needs a little bit of a pick-me-up, okay? So, something interesting for you all. Charles has not finished out of the top 5 in a race, excluding DNFs or disqualifications, since Belgium last year.
Brilliant.
So that's my boy.
You can't say that he's a rubbish driver or rubbisher than Carlos Sainz.
No.
Because that statistic, that's insane.
It is.
Very
And
consistent.
Carlos was an absolute menace on the racetrack last week.
That as well. Gives you
I
the
am the biggest Carlos Sainz fan in the world, and he gave me the ick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not given us the ick any rest of the week, so I'm back to being Carlos Sainz's biggest fan. But he gave us the ick.
Yeah. So I just thought that deserved a little bit of a mention because, like,
no, brilliant. Come on, Charles. Come on, Prince of Monaco. You've only got two more races before Monaco.
And we won't talk about that until we get closer to the
time.
You
can do it.
But he can do it. I've got every bit of faith in him. That's my boy.
We've got to get Miami.
He's a man, and I'm like, that's my boy.
Miami first.
We've got to get a sprint and a race out of the way first.
I don't have to get there's a sprint next week.
Can we just say Williams will have a spare chassis now, so it's all good.
Yay!
And Stake have new wheel guns.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Special shout out to the Singapore Shanghai Grand Prix for giving Zhou his own little space on the bridge after.
Yeah, that was lovely.
I feel like they've put all the other races to shame for not doing that for their own drivers.
Yeah.
I agree completely.
Shout out to F1 Media for saying we made it and putting a photo on of Joe 20 years ago at the track.
Yeah.
And then a picture of him there, And it was a brilliant race from Joe. I know he didn't finish in the points, but he absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Hometown hero did his hometown proud. Very proud.
Very well.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I think that is it from us for this week. Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening, and we'll be back next week.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.